So if you've ever been around Montessori folks, teachers, parents, you've probably heard them talk about the pink, blue, and green series. And you might be thinking, what on earth is that? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's break down this really simple but incredibly powerful guide to teaching reading.
And yeah, pink, blue, green, it kind of does sound like a secret code, doesn't it? But really, it's just this brilliant, color-coded roadmap. It's designed to guide a child step by step on their own reading journey. So what is this system exactly?
Okay, at its heart, it's really just a three-stage process. That's it. Each color, pink, blue, and green, is a totally separate phase of learning, and they're so carefully designed to build on each other, one right after the other. The goal? To take a child from sounding out their very first word all the way to becoming a confident, independent reader.
All right, so let's start our climb at what you could call base camp, the pink series. Honestly, this is where all the reading magic really begins. The whole idea here is simplicity and success. You want the child to feel successful right away. So this stage focuses only on short, three-letter phonetic words. That means every single letter makes its most common expected sound. We're talking about words that are super easy to sound out, with those short vowel sounds, like the I in cat or the A in pig.
Just look at these examples, right? Cat, pig, sun. You can see that super clear pattern. Consonant, vowel, consonant. It's simple, it's consistent, and that predictability, well, that's the absolute key to building a child's confidence right at the beginning. And here's the cool part. This isn't just about staring at a book. Oh no. The child gets to use all these amazing hands-on materials. They're matching picture cards to word labels, they're physically building words with the movable alphabet. It's a really active, super engaging way to learn. And all of this leads to this. Well, it's just a really powerful moment of discovery. You see it happen when a child sounds out at, and then their eyes light up because they realize it says cat. Something just clicks. That's it. That's that foundational, I can do this, I can read feeling. And that's what fuels the rest of the journey.
Okay, so once that confidence is rock solid, it's time to move on. We're ready for the next part of the climb, the blue series. This is where we start bringing in some slightly more complex sounds.
So the blues series introduces two really important new ideas. First, you have what are called consonant blends. Think of st in stop or cl in clap. You can still hear both of the sounds, right? S, t, cl. Then you've got digraphs. This is where two letters team up to make a brand new sound, like sh in ship or ch in chin. And of course, to practice all these new skills, the materials level up too. Kids start working with things like word boxes, they begin building their own sentences, and they get to read their very first little booklets. It's all about taking these new phonetic rules and using them in a slightly bigger, more complex way.
Now, the goal here is absolutely crucial. The focus is all on decoding. That means precisely sounding out the words, not just guessing from the pictures or what they think the story is about. This is what builds those really strong, reliable reading skills that are going to last a lifetime.
And that brings us to the summit, the final, most advanced stage, the green series. This, my friends, is where we get to master all the beautiful and sometimes frustrating quirks of the English language.
If the pink and blue series were about learning the rules of the road, the green series is about learning all the tricky intersections and detours. It's where kids learn how to navigate all the puzzling parts of English that just don't follow those simple phonetic patterns we learned earlier. So what are these puzzles? Well, we're talking about things like long vowel patterns, the AI in rain, or the OA in goat. We're also talking about all those silent letters, like the K in knife or the GH in night. This stage is all about giving children the final set of tools they need to decode pretty much any word they come across. And the result of all this is, it's just profound. Once they've mastered these complex patterns, kids aren't stuck with just early reader books anymore. Nope, they are fully equipped to pick up almost any book and read it, confidently, all by themselves.
So when you take a step back and look at the whole journey, pink to blue to green, what do you really see? You see this incredibly well-thought-out path designed for one main purpose, to create joyful, confident readers.
So let's just recap that super simple but powerful progression. The pink series is all about building confidence. The blue series, that's for developing fluency. And finally, the green series is where they achieve true mastery. And what's so important to remember is that the benefits go way beyond just being able to read words on a page. This whole method is designed to build genuine self-esteem.
It fosters a real love of reading because the child feels successful and capable at every single step along the way.
And honestly, that's the genius of it. You've got this clear, structured path laid out for them. But, and this is a big but, the child gets to walk that path at their own pace. It's that beautiful balance of structure and freedom that makes this whole approach so incredibly effective.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. Think about it. What if the path to reading wasn't some stressful race to the finish line? By breaking it all down into these manageable, color-coded stages, this method completely changes the story. It shows us all that learning to read can actually be a joyful, empowering climb, taken one confident step at a time.